going on, guys? This is Brandon with Blue Smoke Barbecue, and if you're seeing this, this is literally my first ever video for barbecue. So, I guess my first ever long video, period. So, bear with me. But anyway, so everyone keeps telling me I should just go ahead and start recording my barbecue stuff. So I figured, why not? Let's just go ahead and do it, and yeah, let's see what happens. So. Let's get to it. All right, so for today's video, we're gonna be making some good old-fashioned pork belly. So we're gonna get to it. Basically, I was gonna do a crispy skin type of pork belly, but this was very last minute, and my butcher wasn't able to get me one with skin on. We just found out kind of last minute we're trying to get together, so I figured, why not? Just go ahead and get to it. So I didn't do any type of brining to this or anything like that. Basically, all I'm gonna do is go ahead and score it. So again, this is my first ever video, so I may talk too little, I may talk too much, but who knows, who cares? It's just out here just making some barbecue, having a good time. If you end up liking it, cool. If not, just don't watch the channel. We got some garlic butter here, just a little bit of that, just some kosher salt, some black pepper, some granulated garlic, some of this, which is kind of cool. It's just my butcher has their own seasoning, which they have. It's like a pork seasoning, kind of brown sugar and whatnot, and then a little bit of this. Bam. So I'm just kind of doing whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna get a little bit on here. And so a big thing for me, I love the kind of like Texas style barbecue. But I also love the other one, Memphis and everything like that. Because there's a big difference. Usually Texas is just salt and pepper. Whereas the other guys, kind of load up a whole bunch of seasonings, which is where these would come in. But I kind of like the idea of best of both worlds. So I'm going to kind of show you my take on how I do that for my type of barbecue. And you can follow it if you want. It's kind of like just a loose way of how I do it. If you want to do it, cool. If not, you can kind of switch it up yourself, but this is how I like to do it, and I've gotten some good feedback on it. So I got the pit smoking up right now. We're just gonna do a little bit of everything on the fat side because I don't really want to flip it when I get to getting on the grill. I don't have a lot of this stuff, unfortunately. This is good stuff. Big thing for me, use granulated garlic, not garlic powder. Please, please, granulated garlic. I'm telling you, it's a difference. It's a big difference. All right. So I'm just gonna throw this together. All the fat parts, I'm gonna get the stuff right now. So for the back side, the fat side right now, we're gonna do that whole, the 9 yards. For the meat side, thinking if I want to score it or not. You know what, yeah, why not? I can cube it up or keep it in strips. So because I want to get as much flavor as possible in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and get a little bit of scoring, just a little bit. So we're gonna do salt. Belly. I'm not sure if I already said that, but really all pork belly is just the same cut where bacon comes from. My rubs never really have a lot of salt content, so I can control the amount of salt that I use. So I'll do some salt, pepper. No schmear, no lathers, nothing like that. It'll be fine just how it is. It's gonna stick, you don't have to worry about that. Just kind of throwing some of this pepper on the cap here so I can kind of disperse it along the sides. All right, so we're not gonna be using the offset today, unfortunately. Again, it was a last minute choice to throw something on the barbecue, so I don't have a bunch of my wood logs and everything like that. Just a simple little thing. Just some charcoal on the good old-fashioned pit barrel. But yeah, so we're gonna have just some charcoal, a little bit of cherry chunks. I threw a lot in there, but who cares? It's fine. It's a really forgiving cut of meat, these pork bellies, so we'll be okay. So I just want to note, I don't put on the meat when it's looking like this. I don't know if you can catch that on camera or not, but it's still really thick, billowing white smoke. I don't like that. It's still a little dirty. I know it's just, pit barrel, but I'm really big on blue, thin smoke. That's how you get delicious meats, We're gonna wait until this kind of cools down to a blue smoke, and then we're gonna throw it on there. I'm looking to get it at around 230, 240-ish for my temperature. I'm gonna just kind of let it roll for 2 hours, and we're gonna check on it and put some more treatment on it. All right, so yeah, I'm pretty excited because I haven't used the smoker, or any smoker for that matter, in a long time. I've been pretty busy with everything I'm trying to do with the side projects and everything. So today was kind of like a spur of the moment thing, but I'm pretty excited. So we're waiting for the temperature to go kind of lower down. Right now it's at like 260, and right now it's billowing white smoke. So once that gets down, we're gonna throw this on there, and it's gonna be good. And I'll be honest with you, so I'm gonna tell you if it turns out bad. So at the end wait till the end of the video to try this thing, because when I cut into it and try it, if it doesn't taste good, I'm gonna tell you. And if it does taste good, I'm gonna tell you. But, we'll see how it kind of goes. We're kind of throwing it together just quickly and putting it on video, so I might be missing a couple steps I usually do, just because I'm trying to focus on getting camera angles and stuff like that. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So we'll see how it kind of turns out. So it's ready, and we're throwing it on. It's hard to do with one hand. All right, so it's a little bit more thin and blue right now. It's still got a lot of smoke coming out, but it's a lot more blue and thin smoke. So that's where I want it. That's where I want to keep it. And yeah, we're gonna check on it in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, because basically the first 2 hours of smoking is gonna be your most important, because that's where it's taking all the good smoke in. So I want to get that first 2 hours with nothing but salt, pepper, garlic, and just let that bathe and get happy and all that good smoke in there. So we're going to come back to it and check on it, and we're going to go from there. Okay, so we're back to the hand shots again. But whatever, we're going to go ahead and put this together. So we're going to use some, since it's going to be pork belly, which is, like bacon, just uncured and whatnot like that, we're going to use some syrup, some honey, a little bit of honey in there. Since I don't have apple cider vinegar or the Worcestershire sauce, we're just gonna go with some apple juice, which is my baby's apple juice. I'll buy her some more. A little messy. She's like 2, so she doesn't know. All right. That'd be good. So yeah, the syrup and the honey is just kind of give that flavor, and the apple juice is gonna thin it out. Get a little more syrup, just a little more. A little bit more, and boom. All right. Here we go. So that'll be a good spritz, which when I check on it, we'll go ahead and spritz it up. As long as you have some type of liquid, you could honestly just use water if you wanted to, but this will put a good little flavor on it. So we're gonna go with some cool mixtures. This is my favorite way to do barbecue. I learned this maybe a year ago. I just kind of figured out because I've been tweaking some stuff to get the best of both worlds. So what I like to do, and I want you to try it. Try it before you start doing whatever. You might like it. So usually I would just do this as quick as possible, but because I'm gonna keep it, I'm trying to keep the camera on it, I'm just gonna do one hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the lid, spritz it, and then season it. right? So it's been about an hour and a half. It's already gotten just salt, pepper, garlic, the Texas style. But now you spritz it and then you season it and then you get the other way. And it does a perfect merge. I'm telling you, you got to try it. It's creative. People look at me crazy until they try it because I'm like, I don't know, nobody's doing this, but it needs to be done. Just trust me. There it is. All right, so we get some spritz. So we're gonna hit it with chipotle, a little bit of garlic butter, and some of that good shit. So that'll be good. We're gonna check back on it in about another hour, and this time we'll just spritz it. One more hour after that, we'll spritz and season again, and we'll see how we're looking. We should be right around time to pull this off. All right, so it's been about an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and spritz it again. Now it's starting to look good. I'm gonna go ahead and temp it, but if we're really going for temperature, it should be like 190, 200. So yeah, it's still got some time. Not much though. I want to go for like the pro feel more than anything. Gotta smoke my eyes, but it should feel nice and easy. You know, little give. But we're going for like 190, 198ish, 202 type area. Right now it's reading at like 170ish. So I may only give it like 40 more minutes and check on it again. But yeah, it's looking good. So we'll see how it turns out. Be back. All right, so last time when I had this, when I checked it on camera, I had said it was temping around like 170, 180-ish, but it was actually like 140 because I checked it again off camera and I realized I had reread it and I had read it wrong, so that was my mistake, so I had a little bit longer. But I have been, you know, spraying it every hour or so. I seasoned it one more time, sprayed it, and I think it's been maybe about 2 hours since the last time we saw it, but it's ready to go now. So now it's looking nice. The good news about the way that my butcher cut this, if you see right here, I know you probably saw that while I was originally, you know, taking the lid on and off. That's actually part of the spare rib on the cut. So when they trim this, they left me part of that. So I don't know if that means the next person that gets, you know, the spare rib off that cut is gonna have less or how that works, but this is actually gonna be really good. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna let it rest for about an hour, and then yeah, I'm gonna come back to you. We're gonna cut this up and we're gonna see how this worked out, and it smells great. So yeah, let's see what happened. So it's been an hour. This thing smells great. It's looking great. So I got both my knives here. So let's go ahead and just let's start here because I do want to try this rib part. Start this. Good Lord. And I hope you can see that. Super juicy. So let's just go ahead and try this cube and see how we did. All right. So. That is good. Wow. Okay, let me get one. Let me get one more. Good Lord. It's like what you expect bacon, obviously, but it's just a tender barbecued bite. The smoke in there is like, it's very prominent. very clean, so it doesn't taste like you're gonna be burping up smoke afterwards. It is really good. It is really good. And I don't do pork bellies often. I need to, because I forgot how good they are. I'm always just doing ribs, chicken, brisket, because it's just easy, you know. Go to the store, pick it up, throw it on, you know, everyone knows it. But this is so good. So basically, if you wanted to, you can do this how I did this here. But if you wanted to, I like to stop mine here because I really like the, you know, dry rubbish, smoky feel to it. So I'm not even gonna put any barbecue or nothing like that. I think it's good to go as is, and it tastes great, and it's nice and juicy. But if you wanted to, a lot of people are liking to cube this up, right, and throw it back into one of those like tinfoil pans, and then you just put your favorite barbecue sauce, maybe some butter, some honey, whatever you want to put in there, maybe a little more rub, toss them in there, you know, and then you put it back on the smoker for maybe 20, 30 minutes, maybe even 45, just keep checking on it, and just let it tack up, and then you got little barbecue bites that come out more like this, you know, like I've been munching on here, but they're gonna be all coated in barbecue and however you like it, but I just liked mine to be just like this. So, oh my God, really good. All right, so that's my way of barbecuing. See if you like it. You know, let me know. Put it in the comments below. See if you tried it. Let me know if you know you could do this on ribs. Do this on whatever you want. I wouldn't really do it on chicken because you don't really have that long of a smoke time. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.